kicker Jake Elliott ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Taking in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Hey.
I'm wondering.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now Burrow. Looking for Mixon this time. He's got him on the cross.
That is not my freaking playbook.
Right around the 34. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people.
No, this is not my freaking
They
playbook.
want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
I'm
From
wondering.
the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got Hurst, his tight end, on the move past the 40. There he goes.
Where's everybody else at? Nobody's fucking around.
For a Cincinnati score.
Ridiculous, man.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And on the next-gen stats, we see that he traveled better than 50 yards after that initial contact was made. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Dude, I don't know what happened, man. This ain't my playbook. I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't understand what happened.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
It's crazy.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Oh, I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon from 21 yards away. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do. Worried about your hands, though. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
My fault.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush down right. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Course.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, throw one to the big guy, but you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Here we go.
Second down and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all on that one, and virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
This fielded right at the goal line, and the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He's got a man complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Throwing is Hurts. It's complete to the inside. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end gunner. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
It's 3rd down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're back with a touchdown at 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Ah, shit.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
From the 27, Toro. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Mixon will go off tackle left. They find some open field here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 8 coming up.
11. 12.
Burrow looking to pass. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
God damn it.
He's got him in, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 37.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
Here we go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch in as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. It's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
A good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And we'll take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Okay, ready?
On 1st down, Hurts.
Ah,
This
shit.
is going to be intercepted.
Dang.
Chidobe with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly do.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. it on
Oh, come on. Go down.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball notch free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Shut up.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. Bulldozes past him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to Mixon on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Into the hands of Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Oh,
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
oh, be damned.
And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. And the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for it. That's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
Here's Hurts to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Logan Wilson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.